We all love Streamer.Bot, and we all know we can do some absolutely amazing things. Not only that, we all love trolling streamers with sound effects, alerts on screen, and that is what we're going to do today. Not only that, we're going to show you how to do it for FPS players. A lot of my streamer friends are FPS players, and we're going to show you how to do a command that does exactly that. We're going to troll them while they're lining up that perfect shot. Let me show you exactly what it is, and then we'll show you how to set it up. We all know how nerve-wracking it can be sometimes when we're in the middle of a game to try and line up that perfect shot inside of Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever game we're playing. But today we're going to show you how to set up a command to distract your streamer while they're doing that. And this is what is actually going to happen whenever they're lining up that shot. So let me set this up for you real quick. Boom. Just like that. Throw them off balance. But we're going to show you step by step how to set this up inside of Streamer.Bot. Like I said, we all know Streamer.Bot can do some absolutely amazing things. But before we do that, we're going to download some assets off of the internet. That way we can set up this command for Streamer.Bot and show you what it looks like inside of it. Let me pop up here real quick to Google, and here we are inside of it. I've already Googled up free crosshair PNG transparent. I use this crosshair right here. This is a royalty free that we can use. Make sure you get a free image. This image right here is actually a JPG. But what I did was use photop.com, remove the background, and then download it and save it on my computer as a PNG file, and then added it to OBS. Not only that, we found a shoot command as well, or a shoot sound. So there we go. I should shoot sound effect. This is the website I use right here. We're going to use free gun shooting sounds. I went through here and listened to a few of them, downloaded the one I wanted, and that is what we're going to be using inside of OBS to distract our streamer friends while they're getting ready to line up those shots. But here we are inside of OBS, and as you can see, I've already created a scene right here. This is the game scene. It's going to be a nested scene that we use inside of our main game. So main game, there it is right there inside of our main game scene as a source. But let's go back here real quick. Let's go back there. Crosshair, that is the image. All I did was hit the plus mark, added an image. Then I found that image that I downloaded on my computer, and that's the image right there. So we selected that, and we want to hide it because we don't want to show it on screen all the time. So what we need to do is, if we want it to only appear whenever someone redeems the channel point redemption inside of our streams. So let me turn it back off real quick. Then we have our gunshot sound as well. That is what we downloaded off the internet as well. And again, that is just all we did was download that from whatever website. It doesn't have to be a gunshot sound. It can be any sound that you want it to be. But all I did was hit browse, where I downloaded on my computer right there, 12 gauge pump. I selected it as my audio source. What we need to do as well, we need to make sure that it restarts playback when this source becomes active. So you need to check that box. And then we also need to close the file whenever it is inactive. That way it is actually cut on by accident whenever the channel point redemption not being used. So again, those are going to be hidden. That is our game scene right here. Whatever game you're going to be using, this is what your game scene is going to be. I had to use an actual window capture because I only have one monitor. But what I did was just do a window capture. You can do game capture as well. And then you do this. You select the window that you're going to capture. In this case right here, I'm playing Hunter Call of the Wild. I'd use a capture method as Windows 10 because that's the only way it will actually show up inside of OBS. To make all this work inside of the game and in conjunction together, we actually have to use the Move Source plugin. I'll leave a link for that if you want to download it. But you have to create a filter on the actual scene right here. So just right click, and then you're going to go down and you're going to select filters. And inside of the filter box, we're going to add two filters. One off start, that is off, and one for zoom. So the start in this case right here is what the screen is at all times. The zoom effect is whatever the command triggers our effect or our channel point redemption. If you are creating these from scratch, what you need to do is hit the plus mark. You need to find the move source. So hit that. We're going to hit OK. In this case right here, we're going to do our game. So we want our initial scene, the one how it would normally look without the command being active. So we're going to be using Call of the Wild. That is the game. That is going to be the source. There's going to be no delay. There's going to be no duration. But what we need to do is scroll down just a little bit. and get transform, and that is going to get the initial position for our game scene. So let's get transform. We're going to go back. We're going to duplicate that scene. So right click on it, hit duplicate. Let's rename this one Zoom 2. All right, hit OK. And what we need to do for this is the secondary position that we want for the game whenever we zoom in. So let's move this box out of the way real quick so you can see what I'm doing. So what we want to happen is whenever the command is triggered, it's going to zoom the game in on whatever the person is focusing on. So we need to grab the window and we want to make it as zoomed as much as we possibly can, or however we would like it. So let's just do that. And then all we do is press Control D to center the window back inside of the game. Now we need to drag our filter back over here. We are going to scroll down one more time. And we need to get a transform position for that right here. So hit get transform. So there we go. So now that we've created our filters on our game scene, we need to go in there and make sure they work. So let's go down here. Let's right click on it real quick. And we're going to go to filters. Again, as we said, our initial scene is going to be the move source. That is going to be the starting place or where our game is at all times. And then we're going to have our zoom source as well, move source. And whenever this is activated, the game actually zooms in. So let me move this out of the way real quick, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. So we're going to activate it. It's going to zoom in, and then it will stay in that position. So there it is. It is zoomed in. Now we need to have that go back to its normal position, and we're going to make use of that through Streamer.Bot. So let me drag this over here so you can see it. So we need that to turn back on and put the game back in its original position after the channel point redemption has been done. All right, so now let's go back inside of Streamer.Bot, and this is where all the magic happens for us. So we've got Streamer.Bot right here. We're going to go to Actions. We're going to right click. If you notice over here, I already have a crosshair channel point redemption set up. It is going to be triggered by using a channel point redemption. And then we have a whole host of sub actions that take place whenever this command is actually initiated. We're going to create a new one from scratch. That way you'll get an idea of how to set it up for your own self. So first thing we need to do is right click. We're going to hit add. We are going to call this crosshair 2. So let's go cross hair 2. And there is no group added to it. It's going to hit OK. And then we're going to go to triggers. We're going to right click. We are going to go down. We're going to go to Twitch. We're going to go to channel reward and reward redemption. So once we do that, we're going to hit OK. We need to create a new reward. So let's call this reward crosshair 2 as well. So crosshair 2. Currently, we're going to leave it at 1 point. You can make it whatever you want to. You can have a cooldown to it, whatever you need to. But for today's video, we're going to leave it at 1 point. And we're going to hit OK. And now to trigger this event on stream, it's going to cost 1 point or 1 channel point to redeem it. We also need to add sub actions as well. That way something happens whenever someone triggers this channel point redemption. Okay, so now that we've created the channel point redemption, we need to create some sub actions for our channel point redemption. So the first thing we're going to do is right click. We are going to go to OBS. We're going to go to scenes, and we're going to go to set scene filter state. So click that, click OK. Our game scene is the one that we're going to be choosing. Our filter state is going to be zoom 2. We want to make that visible on stream. So let's hit OK. And now we have created that zoom effect for our command. The next thing we need to do is to create a delay, because we want a set number of events to happen after each specified session. So let's go inside of crosshair 2. Let's go to core. Let's go to delay. You can adjust this delay however much you need for, but for today we're going to go to 150. And now we have the delay after the zoom becomes on the screen. There is going to be a delay, and then we're going to do a few other sub actions as well. Our next one is we're going to show is right click one more time. Let's go to source. We are going to go to set source visibility state. And this is where we want our crosshair to appear on screen whenever it is triggered. That's why we have this delay set up after the zoom. So there's the zoom and then the crosshair pops up. So let's go ahead and hit OK. We want that crosshair to become visible. So now we do the scene filter state. The zoom comes on. It waits 150 milliseconds. The crosshair appears on the screen. We need to create another one as well. So let's go to OBS. Set source. Set source visibility state. We need to go set our source. And that is going to be the gunshot. We need to make it visible. So we're going to hit OK as well. So that now we have a sequence of events. It zooms, the crosshair comes on, and then the gunshot media source sound plays. Now we need to go through the process of actually turning everything off and putting it back to its original state. The next step we're going to be doing, and we want it to stay on screen for about, let's just say 5 seconds. So go back to core. Delay, we're going to do 5,000 milliseconds. So there is 5,000 milliseconds, okay. So after the initial 5 seconds, we want all of those sources to be turned off. So what we're going to do is going to right click on the scene filter state. So let's turn the crosshair off first. Let's go down here. We're going to duplicate sub action. Double click on it and we want to turn it hidden. Click OK. We're going to do the same thing for the gunshot sound. Right click on that. Hit duplicate action. Double click on that. We want it to be hidden as well. Then we're going to do the zoom. Right click on it, duplicate sub action. We want to make it hidden as well. And hit OK. So after we turn all 3 of those off, we need to turn it back to its original position. So let's just right click. We are going to go down to OBS. We are going to go down to OBS scene. And we're going to do set scene filter state. That is what we're going to do. That is the move source. So hit OK. And we're going to make it visible one more time. So now we have created a series of sub actions. So what happens first, whenever someone triggers this event on stream, the game will actually zoom in by turning on the filter. It'll wait 150 milliseconds. The crosshair will appear on the screen. Then the gunshot sound will go off. It'll stay on screen for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it will turn off the crosshair. It will turn off the gunshot sound. It will turn off the zoom to hidden feature, and it will make visible once again the original game state position. So now that we've got all these set up inside of the sub action section, let's go back in OBS and let's trigger this event and see if it works for us. So let me get out of Streamer.Bot. Let's go back here. We're going to go to channel redemption. There is our new event. So crosshair. Let's redeem it. Boom. And just like that, after 5 seconds, it should zoom back out and go back to the original state. Let's test it one more time. So let's go back here real quick. Crosshair 2. Redeem it. Boom. And just like that, as you can see, our channel redemption point has worked. And then it goes back to its original state. And that is just how easy it is to troll your favorite FPS streamer inside of their stream while they're getting ready to line up that perfect shot. But anyway, that is just how simple that is to set it up inside of OBS and Streamer.Bot as well. It doesn't have to be an FPS game. It can be any game whatsoever. So if you know a streamer friend out there, tell them about this video. Tell them, I want to troll you and mess up your shots inside of your favorite FPS games. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something from it. And until the next one, much love. Peace out, and we'll see you soon.